I think we've all dreamt of a future where we live our best lives. When I'm retired, I'll see the world. When I'm pregnant, I'll eat well. When I'm on a sabbatical, I'll get in my best shape. Well, what if I told you there are people who are living their best lives now? Their work hard is their play hard. And not only because they found the work that they enjoy, but because they've discovered how to optimize their health and their energy. They believe in freedom and living now, instead of only when you retire. Today on the House of Yoga podcast presented by Yama Yoga, I am talking to Joel Pinto. He is an ex-corporate who turned to personal training, running 100-kilometer marathons, and he has qualified for the Hyrox World Championships. He is also the co-founder of Knox Studios, a boutique personal training gym in Delhi, which is where he's flown in from today to be here for the podcast. Joel, thank you so much for being here. So Joel, we start every episode of House of Yoga with a meditation. And today I wanted to share with you and our listeners a practice called Quadrant tapping. So if you guys are driving, please pull over because you need to be using your hands for this one. So what we do, we'll first start by taking a deep breath in. So you can close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And just take a deep breath in through your nose. Big sigh out from the mouth. Let's do 2 more. Breathe into your belly. And a big sigh release. And this time, a slow one. Fully breathe in as much as you can. Try to use your full lung capacity. Breathe fully into your belly. And gently exhale. So what we're going to be doing is dividing the body into 4 sections. We're going to start with the upper left half of the body. And you can keep your eyes open for this or closed, however you feel comfortable. We'll start along the neck and the shoulders. So on the left side, you can just start tapping the left side of your body with your fingertips. Or maybe your knuckles, and just go down your arms. Go down your armpits and underneath your chest, on the belly and maybe at the back. Just explore whether it feels good to tap or maybe squeeze. And once you've done your left side, you can move on to the right. Again, starting from the shoulder, moving your hand down. Ensuring you go under the armpits, into the chest, and your belly and back. Just take your time to squeeze, just really helping yourself ground so you're fully in your body, present. And then we'll move on to the left leg. So walk down from your left hip, tapping, squeezing or knocking with your knuckles. Make sure you try to go all the way down to your feet if you're able to right now. And then let's do the other side. And once you've finished, you can just place your hands on top of your knees again. Just take a deep breath in once more. And a deep breath out. And in all my yoga sessions, I like to set an intention with my clients. For those of you listening today, I want to set an intention for you so you can think about what your intention is individually for listening to this episode. But our intention is to help you as much as we can, so you can learn as much as you can about your health, how to look after yourself, and be inspired by Joel's journey. Let's bring the hands together to close this moment of grounding. We'll just rub the hands together and generate some warmth. And press your hands onto your heart, your chest. Take the last breath in and out. When you're ready, relax your hands down. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. It was nice.
Thank you. How are you feeling today?
Better now.
Good. It's really lovely to have you here, flying down from Delhi, and I know you're doing other things, but it's just really lovely to meet you in person. And I know that you're a big lover of Yama as well, so it's really nice to meet a fellow Yama lover. So I want to start with an honest question, and that's, why do you think so many people wait till retirement to live their best lives?
That's a good question. But in my journey, I'd asked myself, not the same question, but a similar question, was when I had to decide to quit my corporate job and to get into fitness as a profession.
Yeah.
And I spoke to my dad, and my dad was like, you put in all this work, all this while, and now the time for you has come that finally you can have like a managerial position, and you don't have to be running around, and you don't have to do, like laborious work. And you want to get back to that. So think about it. So I sat down and thought about it. And the first question comes like, why do we work? Right? So the instant answer comes for retirement. I'm like, okay, that's a start. Now then I'm like, what does my life look at retirement, right? Like, if like all of you were watching, this sudden image that comes due to conditioning or whatever it is, it's sitting by a beach having a beer. So that's what came to my mind. And then I asked myself, how many beers am I gonna have? Like, but so I was like, but this is not what retirement would look like for me. So I sort of made like a timetable, like how my day would look like when I retire.
Yeah.
And I sat over it for a few days, and it looked like I wake up on my own terms, not in an alarm, and not rushed through the mornings, because whenever you're in a corporate job, you have to reach at say 9 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever. So you're rushing. Like I wouldn't want to rush. Start my day slow, and then probably get some kind of activity in. Like I've always loved working out. So at that point of time, I'm like, I'm going to go to the gym, then come back, have a good breakfast. And I'd work for like a couple of hours, because I don't think retirement means you'll stop working. You'll be working towards something. Maybe it's helping somebody out, or you're part of an organization, NGO, or just your RWA, whatever it is. So you'd be working towards a cause.
Yeah.
So that, and then evening I'd like to socialize, meet my friends, then have a good meal with my family. And I realized like by switching my job, I could possibly do about 50% of that like right now. Right. So that really helped me take that decision.
Yeah.
To sort of take that plunge. So I think nobody actually retires anytime, because you got to keep doing something to keep yourself fulfilled.
Yeah, passion project or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, when you're older, maybe taking care of your grandchildren or whatever it is, like you cannot just retire from
idly. Yeah,
maybe another term for retirement could be like freedom to do what you want to do, like instead of what you have to do.
Yeah, I love that you're doing that right now.
Yeah.
I think not everyone can say that they do that, but I think the advice you've subtly given is to create a timetable of how you'd want your free life to look like and see how you can implement that now. I think that's a really good
Like
tip.
even if you can't get there 100%, like 50%, 70%, whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
Like
There is going to be some grind going on that's going to stop you from having that 100% maybe now. But yeah. So what gives you energy? I know you've said it about these things about how you want your life to look, but I know that you biohack, which I'd love to know what that is. But firstly, tell me what gives you energy in your day to day.
I've realized over the years of trying different stuff that like resting and sleeping are the most important things. That's what gives you like real energy.
Yeah.
It's not your coffee. It's not whatever we think usually gives us energy. The first thing that come to our mind, it usually takes energy from you. Coming to biohacking, I really hate that word because
Yeah, I'd never heard of it, by the way.
so like when you hear the word biohack, like when you're hacking something, it feels like there are shortcuts to things.
Yeah.
It's more like health optimization or optimizing your biology, right? So in simple words, it's basically how do you like change your environment or inputs to your body to create certain responses you want from it. Like for example, you know, it's night, you have to sleep, but you have an exam coming up or you need to prep for something like this. So you have coffee that keeps you up when you're supposed to sleep. So that's a biohack.
Right.
So that's as simple as it gets.
Okay.
And people can complicate it in many ways.
Right. So you're basically altering your body so that it can adjust to whatever you want to be doing.
Yeah. So first you want to optimize it so it's on sort of a baseline and you understand it. And from there you do things to sort of help you in life.
You're not against it, but you just don't like that terminology.
Yeah. I'm totally for it. Like,
okay. You do a lot of things for your physical health. What do you do for your mental and emotional health?
I'm fortunate enough that I get to do a lot of physical stuff with the community. So I think that's really helped me like not like indirectly helping with my mental health.
Yeah.
And also as a coach, you get to help so many people. That gives fulfillment in life.
Yeah,
so that keeps you happy and keeps you going at the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay. So it's basically being around people, right? The right people. Is there any practices that you want to explore yourself? Now you've done an ultramarathon, you qualified for the Hyrox World Championships, which we'll talk about more, but are there any other practices or maybe races, competitions that you want to explore?
Like this year's sort of been about speed, and I've been working on speed with the Hyrox Championship, and then towards the end of the year, December, I'll be training for a marathon. Though I've done marathons before, but I've not really trained properly for a marathon.
Okay.
This time I'm going to be training properly for a marathon.
Interesting.
And next year I'm going to slow things down and do like longer distances. And there's a bucket list race that I have in mind, but I don't know when I'll do it. Probably next year or next year. It's about 250 kilometers across the Sahara Desert. Yeah. So now that I've said it, maybe it becomes more.
We're holding you accountable. Don't you worry, we will hold you accountable. That's crazy. Firstly, 100 kilometers is crazy. And I know when we initially spoke, you told me that you did that, but it didn't click to me in that moment, like how long it is. How long did it take you? And mainly, what was your motivation? Because I can imagine at some parts it must have felt really hard. What was your mindset? How did you keep going?
Like, to be honest, with the 100 kilometers, I was expecting it to sort of break me. And I finished it. Like, I wasn't like very fast or something. Like, I took about 14 hours to finish it.
14 hours of running?
Yeah, like with a few breaks in between. Like, we took like a half an hour break to change into stuff because the race we were doing was in Jaisalmer along the India-Pakistan border. So it's a desert. So we started 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So went up to 2 in the morning. So there was a change in temperature. So we had to change. And every 10 kilometers, we stopped for like 5-7 minutes to fill our water up and all of that. So a few breaks there and a lot of walking breaks also. Anytime any kind of inclines would come, we would walk through them.
Wow.
But I was sort of disappointed at the end that it didn't break me. I was expecting it to break me. Like I expected it to be like very challenging. Maybe that's why I want to do that 250
Yeah.
in the Sahara Desert. Like I'm chasing that challenge, and
Yeah.
like I really like the feeling when you feel you can't push, but you push through it. There's something that changes in your mind, like because I feel your brain is very binary, right? So it's
Yeah.
like things get hard, you say, okay, I can stop, and you stop, and it translates into other aspects of life. Or you say, it gets hard, let me push through it. And you keep doing that over and over again through training and different opportunities you get. And then that translates into different aspects of life. Just that in exercise and training, a lot of things are under your control. So you can train your brain
Yeah.
in a much easier way than putting yourself in other situations where you have to teach your brain how to do that.
Yeah. You must have really trained your brain because that is insane. Like, you know, like 100 kilometers and you felt like, still, I can do more than that.
Yeah.
And running in a desert, that's already the idea of it, I think, is just, unfathomable. Like, I really can't
I get excited
imagine
about
it.
that.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Are there any other ways that you've trained your brain? Like, for people listening who maybe want to train for Hyrox or train for a marathon or half marathon or maybe even 5K, what would be your mindset tips?
Like I'm a very practical guy. Like I'm an engineer by education.
Okay.
So a lot of times, like in my head, things just get broken down. I'm like, if I have to do this, then I need to do this, 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 and this.
Yeah.
It sort of gets like easier for me, right? So like if I had to explain that to somebody, to take a big task and break it down into much smaller tasks and just complete it as you go.
Right. Okay, cool. What would be your first 3 steps if you're training for a 3K?
Most people get this wrong. So they think running is equal to sprinting, right? But if you see most people who are doing like marathons and at a considerably decent pace, when you look at their videos, you'll seem like they're jogging.
Yeah.
Right. So when you start, you don't have to go all out. So if you have no experience at all, like I would say you jog for a minute, walk for 2 minutes, jog for a minute, walk for 2 minutes, and complete your 3K or 5K, whatever you want to,
Right.
or gradually build it up. Like I'd usually give like a time cap. Like I'd say today we do 15 minutes, like next week we do 25 minutes, and then we
Right.
do 30 minutes. And then we stop on the time cap, and then we say do 1 minute walk, 1 minute jog, 1 minute walk, 1 minute jog. And then becomes 2 minutes of jog and 1 minute of walk until you can jog continuously.
Right.
And this progression based approach to anything also avoids any kind of injuries, because if there's like 0 to 100 and maybe my body can handle 90,
Yeah.
somebody else's body can only handle 30.
Yeah.
So if somebody even jumps to 40 and even I start at 40, I'm not going to get injured. Somebody else is going to injured because I have like over a decade and a half of strength training under me.
Understood.
So we go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So you will figure out where it's starting to cause problems and you might want to slow down there. Maybe you'll take 2-3 extra weeks to get to your 5K, but at least you'll be 100% sure you'll get there
Safely.
and without any kind of injuries. And you're not going to blame and say running causes your knees to go
Yeah.
bad.
It's just your tactic,
Yeah.
your approach to it. That's very interesting. I think I don't really run, but I have started, like kind of. And I went with my friend and I just started running straight away. And bearing in mind, I didn't have any experience in it. And she was like just gently jogging. But I think your approach is like build up for longevity
Yeah.
versus just try to exhaust yourself straight
Yeah.
away, because that's not going to help you heal. And it's not motivating when you burn out from something that you go full speed in at the start, right?
Yeah. So like I tell most of my clients is like, I don't believe in overtraining, but there's something called as under recovery, right? So you can only train as much as you can recover from. So that could mean if I can run say 15 kilometers every day, but I have added stresses today, like from my work, my family or whatever it is, or environment, pollution, heat.
Yeah.
So that 15 kilometer may look like a 13 today
Yeah.
for me to recover from it. So you have to always be wary about that as well.
Yeah. That's a great tip. I want to talk about goal setting, because I think a lot of people, aside from everything you've said so far, they just get a sudden burst of motivation and then they lose it a week later. Like me, I've done that as well. What do you think is a sustainable way to setting goals? I think what you've said about making sure that it suits your environment and you take into account the stresses that you might have and that you progress slowly. But how do you set a goal that is actually achievable and sustainable? Is there any kind of technique that you do with your clients at Knox?
So the first one is find your why. Like if you don't have a why for it, like if you don't know why you're training to run a 5K, the moment it gets inconvenient or something comes in the way, you'll stop.
Yeah.
Right. So the first is a why, and it's okay to not have a why. If you don't have a why, so in case we're training for a run, so you sign up for a race. Like that could mean if I want to learn how to dance, I sign up for a dance competition or something of that kind of a setup where there's a deadline. So if I have a deadline which matters to me, it becomes really easy to stay consistent towards something.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not like 100% consistent, I'll be like 60, 70% consistent. So I think that's the most important thing. And everybody knows SMART goals. They need to be sustainable. You know what you are capable of. And if you're trying to overreach, that's okay. But at the same time, you need to be aware of that fact. Like if I told somebody I'm going to be running 100 kilometers within the first year of my running, people would say, don't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
But I did it.
Yeah.
But I was okay not completing the race.
Yeah.
Like I was like, even if I do 70, it's great for me.
Yeah.
So having those kind of expectations matter a lot. And the second thing is you need to have the time to do it. Like if my job demands 20 hours from me and I choose to train for an Ironman, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? Unless I make an active decision of cutting back from work, if that's possible, or cutting back from family or wherever the free time comes, or my weekends, if I'm ready to sacrifice that or like create space there. Otherwise, it's not really possible. So I think these three are the most important things. First is know your why. Second is make sure your goal is like achievable. If it's not, be ready to settle in wherever you come. You go in with that mindset. And the third is you need to have the right environmental factors to achieve those goals. If I need to wake up 5 a.m. to run every day because I have a job, my biggest environmental factors might be my friends who like to go out drinking at night.
Yeah.
So I need to change that because I can't drink at night and go at 5 a.m. in the morning to run. So those three things.
That's really helpful. Before we carry on the conversation, I've made a little game up, which is specifically for you.
I get nervous in these kind of games.
Would you rather skip your workout or skip a night of sleep?
Skip my workout.
Would you rather only do Hyrox or an ultramarathon for life?
Ultramarathon for life.
You'd rather do an ultramarathon?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather fail publicly or succeed quietly?
Succeed quietly.
Why is that?
I mean, I've not really cared much about what people would think about my pursuits. Like, obviously, I care about what people think about me, but not really about my pursuits because I see no shame in failing, and I have failed in a bunch of endeavors that I've done.
Would you rather give up alcohol or give up sugar for life? I don't know.
Give up alcohol. I barely drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And would you rather only wear Yama Yoga or only wear jeans for the rest of your life? I don't know if you wear jeans anyway.
Jeans don't fit me. So that's an easy one. Yama Yoga.
Okay. Because I also don't really like wearing jeans. And honestly, most of my friends only see me wearing Yama Yoga.
Yeah. Like, I don't like wearing like heavy stuff.
Yeah. This is perfect for it, right? It looks great on you. Would you rather be the calmest person in the room or the most energetic? Always.
Calmest.
Yeah. That's the end of our Would You Rather. Not that scary, right?
Yeah, that wasn't scary.
I want to speak about Hyrox. First of all, what is it? And why has it become such a thing? Because I suddenly see everyone and their mum is doing Hyrox.
So basically, Hyrox is 8 1-kilometer runs,
Okay.
separated by like a station. The 8 stations are your ski erg.
Okay.
It mimics the skiing movement.
Yeah.
Then you've got a sled push. Then you've got a sled pull, like with the ropes.
Okay.
Then you've got burpee broad jumps. Then you've got a rower, the rowing machine. Then you've got farmer's carry, where you hold kettlebells and continue running.
You run with kettlebells?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you've got sandbag lunges. So you have sandbags on your shoulders and you're doing lunges. And the final one is like 100 wall balls. And the weights differ in different categories. So that's basically Hyrox. And before me telling you like why everybody's doing it, like the biggest thing it's done for the fitness community is that it's got the gym goers to run and the runners to go to the gym, right? Because it's taught them balance. They're competing right now. Maybe it fizzles out in like 15 years or whatever, 20 years.
Yeah.
But at least it'll leave people back with, say, like a wholesome
Approach to fitness.
approach to fitness. Yeah. Why people are doing this? Like, firstly, it's trending and it's viral, all of that. So you can't take that away from it. But why is that? Is this is the first time? Like before this, like whenever I've done marathons and 10Ks and all of that stuff. Like your support, your family, they can't really come to the start line to see you start the race. And even if they've come to support, they'll be standing, say, at one point in the road. And if it's a long run and it's loops, they might see you 2 or 3 times in a span of 1 hour to 4 hours. And if they miss you, so it's tough, right? And after the race, again, they don't see you finish. And then once you're out of the venue, you'll meet them.
Yeah.
But in Hyrox, they can be literally, like if I come to support you, I'll be this far away from you.
Yeah.
Imagine like your best friend, your spouse, your friends cheering for you like this up close.
Yeah.
So I think that really gets the community together. Like we go as a group of 20, 25 odd people to do Hyroxes across the country. And we have more friends. So we have like hundreds of people like cheering for you. So that's a really good feeling.
Yeah.
And also people end up pushing themselves a lot, because like the first Hyrox, when I didn't realize that like there's somebody I know at every corner. Like even if I had to slow down and somebody like, come on, let's go. I'm like, I can't slow down, right? So you keep pushing.
That's
And
so nice.
it's a good feeling.
Yeah. When was the first one that you did?
The Bombay one last year. It was roughly a year ago.
So a year ago, and now you've qualified for the World Championship.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that? It's in a month's time.
I mean, to be honest, it's just started in India. And like I did the first few editions. So the qualifying times for the World Championship was sort of more relaxed. And now as more people are coming into it, and people who are reluctant or maybe who are doing CrossFit and other forms of stuff, thinking like maybe this is a phase and this will pass, and people who are seriously training for it have now come in, and the timings are increasing. Like every edition they're increasing. Like the number of people participating are also increasing, but it's getting more and more competitive. So I feel really lucky to be able to experience the World Championships.
Yeah.
Because I was an early adopter of Hyrox.
Yeah. And I know there are some people that are doing the Mumbai Hyrox and probably around the world as well. What would you say is your piece of advice for them? I know we've done it for different fitness streams, but what about Hyrox specifically?
Like I tell everybody, like you need to focus more on running, because Hyrox as a sport is say 8 kilometers of running, and how after a station, after you do a lunge, your quads are fatigued, how do you still run? Like after pushing the sled, how do you still run?
Yeah.
So the base of it is running. So if you're absolute beginner, in terms of fitness, like I would suggest, don't do the next one, do the next one, and build up your running till the next one, and then worry about the compromised running and the strength and all of the other complicated stuff. Like first be able to run a 10K.
Yeah.
Like, but if you really want to be comfortable doing a Hyrox, like you should be able to do a 21 kilometer, like a half marathon, and you'll be way more comfortable than if you are not able to.
I even feel like I want to go and train for this now, which I
mean,
never
you
had
can.
this idea
You
before.
can. Like the format that I like the most is a doubles, where two people go in together.
Yeah.
So you have to run the same distances, but you can divide the stations as per your liking. And there's always somebody that you can bank on. Like, like if I'm cramped, like if things are getting tough, I know I can just pass on the station to my partner.
Yeah.
And there's always somebody supporting you, cheering for you, and like you're taken care of, sort of. So it's my favorite format.
Okay, so Joel, I want to ask you about your relationship. So how important do you think it is to be aligned in terms of fitness and mindset with your partner? And would you do a Hyrox with her, for example?
It'll be very hard for me to do a Hyrox with my partner, to be honest, because there's a lens of you being a partner. Whereas like I feel if it was somebody else and I tell them, come on, like you can do more and push yourself. Whereas if I tell that to my wife, she'll be like, I'm already giving my all, you know, like I would have given my all if I had more in me.
Yeah.
Whereas the same person telling her would be able to push her more. And second, I also see it from a lens of a coach. So I can see through things. So that also becomes an issue. And I'm sort of very competitive. Like I've sort of paced her for a 10K race. And it was the slowest 10K race of my life. But it was
she
fun.
did it though, right?
Sorry?
She did it though,
Yeah,
right?
she did it. Yeah. And it was a fun one.
Yeah.
But like for Hyrox, it's very high energy. It's difficult personally for me to slow down there.
Okay. But what kind of habits do you guys do together, like wellness related?
We do simple stuff like going out for walks, taking care of ourselves in the sense Sundays we'll basically just be at home, do nothing, grab a movie, go out shopping. So like I feel slowing down is also part of health and fitness.
Yeah.
And a lot of times like you can't force fitness on anybody. You can't force fitness on especially the ones that are close to you.
Yeah.
And I would imagine for Des, my wife, it could be hard because like from where she sees it, like I'm on another level, right? So I think mentally it could be like I can never reach there, so why even sort of try?
Yeah.
So I sometimes see that in her, but like fitness is like you can't compete with somebody else. Like
Subjective.
I might be good at a certain thing, you might be good at something else.
Yeah.
So that always happens. So and I've seen her like she wouldn't gym before we got married, so she started to do that.
Yeah.
She sleeps earlier than what she used to.
Yeah.
So those habits slowly rub off. Only when you start to see the benefits of a certain practice is when you want to adopt it.
Yeah.
So you need to have somebody doing it around you to experience it once.
Yeah. Are there any habits of hers that you've adopted?
I mean, I'm a very like vanilla kind of guy, but she brings the spice to my life. So
That's fun.
yeah.
Okay. Before this podcast, we spoke about your experience with breathing before and meditation. Like, tell me a bit more. What are you looking for?
I found myself like ever since I've gotten myself into endurance stuff, I'm sort of at a higher heart rate and more non-calm stuff, basically. And I really know that to even increase my performance or for overall well-being, the lowest hanging fruit would be breathing, because I really feel breathing is something that we do 24 hours, right? And if you can control that, you can control a lot of your physiology.
Yeah.
And I've experienced that for about six weeks. It was basically because I was interested in breathing, and I was reading about the Wim Hof method, and I was reading about the oxygen advantage, and I just wanted to see which way I'm more aligned with, and I feel the oxygen advantage is the way I'm more aligned with. But I haven't given it enough practice. I know that's my lowest hanging fruit in terms of being more healthy.
Yeah.
But there's some friction that always comes in the way when I'm trying to be more mindful and trying to calm myself down.
What's the friction, do you think?
I don't know. I'm just not able to do it. I have no idea.
Maybe you need a coach again. Or like, because for me, I had this friction over the gym. And then last year I got a coach, and I think it just changed everything for me. But I think it has to make sense for you, like their approach or their energy, like something that really aligns with you. So, yeah.
No, 100%. So after the World Hyrox Championship, I'm going to do this because it'll help me in my marathon training as well.
Yeah, for sure. I actually had someone come to me. She was going to do a trek up a mountain, and she was like, I just want to work on our breathing together. So it probably would help like long term as well.
No, it really makes a difference. So one thing that I've done with my breathing, it took me almost 3 years. So I would mouth tape while sleeping, even before it became cool and people knew about it.
Yeah.
And I figured like I was mouth breathing a lot. And this realization happened when I just became a coach, and I started to talk a lot more through the day. And I realized while talking, I'm not even breathing. And when I'm breathing through my mouth. And my resting heart rate started to increase, and all of those things were happening. And I started taping my mouth, but it took me almost 8 months to be able to wake up with the tape on. And so it would always come off in the night. And that would also be not consistent. And so almost a year and a half, I started nasal breathing properly. And I've seen a huge impact on my wellness. So if I could control how I'm breathing through the day, and my respiratory rate is also much higher than the average people. So if that also comes down, there's a lot of impact that'll create my health.
Yeah.
So I know
it's good for you.
It's good for me.
Yeah. On a previous episode, we had a facial plastic surgeon on, and he was talking about mouth taping and how it changes your facial structure, changes so much within you. And also my parents have been doing it for years. And I was always like, they look crazy, right?
Yeah,
but it really does help.
Yeah.
So it's really cool what you've measured and noticed too.
Yeah.
Just want to check. Okay, yeah. Lastly, I just want to talk about your gym. So you've made a boutique studio in Delhi. What do you think is different about your gym versus others?
This is the only gym where you might find yourself training with like 2 trainers.
Oh yeah.
And that means a lot. Like in a lot of gyms, usually you'll find a coach telling you, don't train with that coach, train with me, and that kind of stuff. But our ecosystem, like the coaches respect each other because they're all so good. Like you might be learning a skill from a coach, and you might be doing strength with some other coach. And they'll coordinate with each other. Like there have been instances, say, whereas you come in and you want to train 4 times a week, and I can only give you two times a week as per your schedule. So maybe 2 coaches are training you. Like maybe I do upper body with you, somebody does lower body with you, whoever's good at whatever they are at. And so I think that's the best part about a gym, and it speaks a lot about our gym.
Yeah, that's really cool. I also think it's nice, like, of course it's the expertise of each coach that helps, but it's also you supporting each other.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in the wellness industry, fitness industry, people feel like someone is treading on their toes because they're offering the same thing, but they're not. They're offering something so different, and their energy is also just so individual. I'd really like that to translate to the yoga community as well, that we support each other in, okay, great, you go help out that person and I'll go help that person, and maybe we can switch and help each other with the other style. So it's really nice that you have that ethos.
And then you understand different approaches better also.
Yeah.
Like Like
They're
I
all
feel-
beneficial.
Yeah, like nothing is like completely right or completely wrong in fitness.
Yeah.
So it's always in between, and I've always believed that if you're a practitioner of a certain philosophy, you only have 80% of the problems, like solutions to the problems.
Yeah.
The 20% will always lie in practices outside, like maybe like I teach people the hybrid way, like strength and cardio and all of that.
Yeah.
But maybe some of the stuff that I can't figure out for them lies in yoga, right? So
Yeah. They all complement each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
Really cool. My very last question is, have you had a mentor or someone that's inspired you that has, or some piece of advice that has really stuck with you, that has revolutionized the way you approach life?
I mean, this thought came to me just a few days back when I was having a discussion with my friend. When I was very young, my dad told me this, and I don't even remember if he remembers this. It was like, either you know what you want to do and you work towards it, and it's okay if you don't get there. But it's also okay if you don't know what you're doing, where you want to head, because not everybody has that clarity. So he explained me like you could be like a river, right? But you have to just flow, not worry about where it's going. Because if you try to go in a certain direction, it's going to have a lot of friction and you might just get stuck somewhere. You might pass through, you might get stuck.
Yeah.
But if you don't know where you're heading, just let keep going and do the best you can in that situation. And I've sort of done that through my life. And that's why I don't worry about what's next. Because if you ask me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just going to keep going
Yeah.
either way. Really nice. Thank you so much for sharing all your insights, your wisdom, your journey. And I think it's been really inspirational for me and hopefully all of you guys listening to have you on. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It was a very nice experience and the calmness I was looking for in my day to day.
Lovely. Thank you so much. For those of you who want to connect with Joel, you can find his Instagram in the description. You could ask him some questions if you have any. He's also, as we mentioned, a personal trainer with his boutique studio in Delhi. It's called Knox. So if you are in Delhi or planning to go there, you should definitely visit. I'm hoping to do the same when I come. And yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us with another episode of House of Yoga. We release another episode every Thursday. It's intended to be a reset for you and your nervous system. So I'll see you next week on the House of Yoga. Thank you so much for joining.